global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello fam, welcome back to our channel. Some days back, Shehu Garba, who happens to be the senior special assistant to Buhari on publicity and media, had confirmed to the whole world what IPOB are doing and how they have been, scattering and destroying their relationship with their allies like the United States, United Kingdom, and EU. Well, it looks as if it is beginning to yield positive results for IPOB members, simply because a lot of persons are now begging for the accounts. They now want to join IPOB. A lot of persons want to pay the dues. So it looks as if at the end of the day, he used his position to do publicity for IPOB. But that's not just that. It seems to be that there's still some things coming in favor for IPOB, as Tony Perkins, the chairman of the U.S. Commission on International Religious Freedom, spoke with CBN News about the alarming trend that religious freedom monitors say is turning some churches and some religious gathering into houses of horror. The Republican senators are asking President Trump to protect Christians facing ongoing prosecution from groups in Nigeria, particularly the jihadist group. Lower Senators Joni, Ernst, and Chuck Grassley recently sent him a letter asking the president that's President Trump, to consider deploying a special envoy to help end the Christian cleansing going on in Nigeria. In their letter, the senators pointed out to about 40,000 Nigerians who have gone down, that is actually tried to, jihadist movement of not just the Boko Boys, but also the Fulani headsmen. Along with other groups, also known as the Fulani headsmen, the Boko Boys, they've actually been threatening the lives of Christians, not just in North, but in the West African country, which is Nigeria. He said 2 years ago during a meeting, President Trump asked Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari to please protect innocent civilians of all faith. But Ernst and Grassley want more done to protect the lives of Christians. As CBN News reported earlier this month, a report released by the Nigerian organization estimates around 620 people have already gone down in the African country by the jihadists during just this 5 months of 2020 alone. The International Society for Civil Liberties and Rules of Law, ISCLRL, an organization not aligned with the Nigerian government, released a report which also warned the new upcoming militant Fulani headsmen and the Boko Boys have intensified their anti-Christian movement in the old Middle Belt and the northeastern region of the country, with the burning and destroying of so many worship centers and also learning as well. In addition, hundreds of homes have actually gone down. ISCLRL, headed by the Christian Emeka Umeigbalasi, noted in its report no fewer than 620 defenseless people have gone down since the year began, with no reprisal action taken by the government or the Nigerian military against not just the Fulanis but also the Boko Boys. The atrocities against these defenseless people have gone unchecked and has risen to an alarming rate, with the country's security forces and concerned political actors looking the other way or colliding with the jihadists, the report said. The organization also estimated that more than 32,000 people have gone down, thereby making these guys stop since 2009. The mainstream media in the United States has remained largely silent as the jihadists mercilessly killing and maiming Nigerian citizens, and it rages on. Nigeria right now is ranking 12th on the Open Doors 2020 Watch World list of countries where Christians suffer the most persecution. Now, that's where we got this from, is actually from CBN. And now this is because, for a while now, a lot of things have been happening, and the government of the day have been looking the other way. Severally in Niger Delta, severally in Delta State, severally they have maimed a lot of citizens of Delta, Banam in particular. The head of vigilante was killed. Nothing was done. In fact, at that particular period, the leadership had amnesia. They were very quick to forget what happened. And now these things have been going on and on, over and over again. Nothing was done. There have been several videos being uploaded of Fulani herdsmen having confidence, going to people's farms, destroying their farmlands, destroying their crops. Several videos have been uploaded begging the government of the day to please look inwards. When you report to the security chiefs, it looks as if you just made the mistake of your life. It happened in Anambra State too, where 500,000 will go for a head. So many things. This has been happening on and on and on. Nothing seemed to be happening. Everyone seemed to be looking the other way around. And now, just fairly recently, but there's no smoke without fire. When I heard that Shewugaba, popularly gave very quick popularity, quick publicity to IPOB, I was wondering. Usually they are very silent about IPOB issues. In fact, they behave as if they don't exist. Okay, the other time Loretta called IPOB's existence as a social media nation. Okay, now when this happened, I was just wondering, why would Shehu Gaba do this? Over the years, they've been silent about IPOB. Why now? Why would they give credence? Why would they acknowledge that there's a group like IPOB and that truly they are working against the government of the day? And that's like giving them a plus, that whatever they are doing it well, and they're seeing it and it is paining them. It was just this news by CBN that made me realize so. Because if they do not respond to this, if they keep quiet while Mazi Nnamdi Kanu keeps doing this, silence means consent. Consent means it's true. So they had to reply. In replying, they acknowledged that there's an IPOB and they're working against the country. So you now see that they actually turned between the DWC and the devil. So they had to react. Now, all these things about Fulani herdsmen, it wouldn't have happened if, when citizens cry for help, when their farmlands are destroyed, when their people are maimed, they respond. If if the government of the day was not biased, just fairly recently, barely 2 months ago, Lai Mohammed arrested a man and he said he slandered his name for calling him all manner of names in a poem. It didn't take Lai Mohammed 48 hours to bring that man down. Traced him to his family, traced him even to his wife. Now, Body just made a very slanderous statement saying that the country Nigeria belongs to the Fulanis and they will rule forever. And by default, he has even spoiled the chances of Atiku, because him saying that Fulani will rule again and again, and Atiku's son agreeing that his father wants to come and run, is running for Nigerian presidency come 2023. It's not going to work. Now with Bodijo letting Nigerians know that President Muhammad Buhari, a Fulani Muslim, is going to hand over to Atiku, who's also a Fulani man, Nigerians will not agree. That means the likes of Bodijo will begin to have a field day. Now, these are the things that have given confidence to Bodijo to say. Forget the story that he said is a lie. We have heard Bodijo say worse things than that. Okay, for now, for him to have said that, and for Shehu Gaba to have replied that no such thing is happening, there's no genocide going on in Nigeria, the security chiefs are working, and with Bodijo saying those words, That's like indicting even themselves. So they had to, whatever it is they needed to let him know, he had to retrieve his statement, even though the national dailies carried it. Okay, now with all this playing on, you now realize, with even all this politics, we already know that in Nigerian politics, electorate votes don't count. We all know, painfully so, but it's the truth. The electorate vote don't count. One counts really is the government of the day. If you are going to win, it's in the primaries, so you will know. Okay, you see all this nonsense going on. You can imagine what is really going on in Edo State. All this power tussle between Shomole and Obaseki, and Pastor Izeyamo. All those things, they're all trying to tell you who will become the governor of the day. Because by the time the election will take place, forget the if they want to vote, it's okay. They're just doing their democratic activities, practice. But the truth of the matter is, who will win? We win. It is on this platform that we know. But that's how wonderful it has become. But this is where I'm going to round it up. I believe that for the first time in a very long time, the US is beginning to listen to Nigeria, and several American television stations have started carrying what is going on in Nigeria bit by bit. I would say kudos. Honestly, I would say kudos to IPOB. They have, at least this one has nothing to do with Biafra actualization. This is the help. This is Nigeria as it is. Would anybody say that he has dented anybody's name? No, he's just saying that this is what is going on. The Yorubas cannot deny what Fulanis do. The Igbos cannot deny what Fulanis do. The Hausas themselves cannot deny what Fulanis do. The Middle Belts cannot even deny what Fulanis do. The old Eastern region cannot deny what Fulanis do. So, is there a lie in what he has said? Let's meet in our comment section. What do you think? I feel this is a thumb up, at least for a change. The government of the day is beginning to listen. Propaganda will not save the matter of the day. Are there proofs that such things go on? If there are, then there's a question to answer. Let's put in our comment section. Don't also forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned for more updates on this and much more. Have a nice time. God bless.